Metro 17 recently met with City Arborist Kevin Jenkins to give us tips on the best way to trim our crepe myrtle trees.
I have a saying is, if you're trimming crepe myrtles with a gas-powered saw, you're probably doing it wrong. There's nothing big enough on a crepe myrtle that you need to cut with a gas-powered saw. Look at the tree, and I know what we look for here as far as when our parking lots go is anything between 6 to 9 feet. We want to keep that area clear because that's our site visibility. That's when people are pulling in, they're looking at the building, or they're looking for a place to park. That's where they need to see. Anything hanging down you want to remove, any suckers coming off the bottom you want to remove. But as far as the canopy as a whole, you don't want to remove more than 1/3 of the canopy at one time. You can see it's got a pretty good umbrella shape. It's already taking that natural shape. So all we look for is anything coming down, hanging down, growing down, and we'll just take it back and cut it back to a lateral branch. This is what the crepe myrtle should look like after it's been pruned. Now, of course, this style of pruning, minimalist, when you prune it like this, you're gonna have to come back a couple times a year, at least twice a year. You wanna do it, you wanna give it another light pruning about first of summer, when everything's leafed out and it's starting to sag down. And the limbs are gonna get a little heavier, so you come back and you'll just lift up the limbs that are hanging down. But doing this, you're leaving the majority of the leaf-bearing canopy. That's what you need to leave on the tree. That canopy needs to continue to grow and get as big, as broad as it can possibly be. That's what you want from your trees. When you come in and you remove 100% of the leaf-bearing canopy every year, you put your trees in the shock, you open it up, the wounds for decay and diseases, you pests and pathogens and things like that. That's the reason you want to make minimalist cuts on a tree. Nobody knows what this tree needs more than this tree. This tree is going to do what it's going to do. There's no pruning it and making it bloom better. The trees are going to bloom how they're going to bloom naturally. They don't bloom any better by pruning them. There's no scientific reason to prune a tree like that. All you want to do is just take off what's in your way. If it's obstructing you from mowing the lawns, cut it off, by all means. If it's obstructing your vision, where you can't see your building, cut it. If you have any questions, the best tool is the internet. Look it up. There's plenty of information out there on tree topping and how to properly prune crepe myrtles. If you still have questions or if you can't find what you need, give me a call. 259-3530.